Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ksenia and today I will guide you for the full body yin yoga stretch. You will get this class with the background music and we are not hunting today for this specific zone to increase flexibility there. It's really practice for entire body. I would advise you today to keep couple of blocks near you. You might need it. We are going to hold some intensive poses and depends on your flexibility. Maybe you need support today. For example, froggy position today will be in our class. So let's just jump into the practice to get this relaxation and flexibility for whole body with yin yoga approach. And we are actually starting today from the standing position, one only standing position in yin yoga, dangling pose. So I'm asking you to bring yourself on your feet. And depends on the level of flexibility of your hamstrings, you can bend a little bit the knees, bring yourself from the hip, belly, chest down. Or if you want more intensity, you can straighten the legs and maybe holding your opposite elbows. You let your body to sink down in the stretch. If it's getting intensive, you can always place the blocks near you to use supportive hands on the ground. Holding breathing. And grounding your hands, bending your knees, you bring yourself down on your mat. And right from here you want to open your knees as wide as you wish. Bring yourself into the wide leg child position. So closing your big toes, sitting bones closer to your heels. And first checking the level of the stretch for your inner thigh. You want to straight lengthen your arms. Maybe doing some corrections now. I remind you that in yin yoga it's really nice to spend some seconds to find your edge. And then we want to bring our arms into the thread through the needle position. So inhale, you lengthen your right arm. And then exhale, softly bringing your right shoulder on the ground, reaching out with the left arm above the head. Also modification if you will bring your left hand on the right hip. Choose comfortable stretch for you. And then still keep your hips in the same alignment, supportive elbows, forearms on the ground. And we change the side for our arms, so you're lengthening your left arm on the side and then softly bringing your left shoulder on the ground, reaching out your left arm on the right side. Again, up to you how you're going to stay in this pose, maybe right hand above the head or on the left hip. Now closing the pose, both hands on the ground, pressing away, closing our knees to the middle line, and right from here, smooth move, bring your belly on your mat, and staying in this sphinx pose, your forearms in parallel lines, or maybe if you feel immediately more intensity for your body, you can spread the hands and bring yourself into the seal pose. Straightening your arms, rolling shoulders, opening your chest zone. Give a little bit pressure through the pubic bone and low part of the belly here, like a base. And staying still. And softly bending the elbows, relieving the pose, bring your belly, chest on the ground. Maybe a couple of resting moments here. In crocodile pose, your forehead on your hands. And then bring yourself to the tabletop position, and we will move to the pigeon pose from here. So you want to bring your right knee to the right wrist, flex the feet on the left side, crawl and move with the left leg back, checking the level of the stretch. I like to place block between my hip and feet to fix this position. Maybe you might need block under your hip. And from the hip belly we are moving lower to the ground. If you want to work at the same time about your quads, you can grab the back feet and stay in this modification of pigeon position or swan pose in yin yoga practice. You start to relieve, grounding your left leg, and then relieving the swan pose on the right side. And we are going to change our sides now. So you step back to the tabletop position, then left knee to your left wrist. Flex the feet, bring yourself in the first modification, do some corrections. How do you like to hold the pose? And then from the hip belly down, maybe you want to grab the feet and hold on this side also with the quad stretch. Wonderful, and let your right feet to be grounded first. Then put aside the blocks if you are using them. And bring yourself to the tabletop position. We are moving now to the froggy pose, our peak pose for today for the hips. And you might need to use the pillow in front of you and maybe supportive blocks if you need support for your belly and chest in this pose. From the tabletop pose, you want to open your knees on the sides, and we want to fix this alignment of the knee and hip on one line here. Then froggy feet on the sides, so you want to open your feet outside of your knee lines. And checking the level of the stretch that is comfortable for you. Maybe your forehead in the pillow. Relax in the zone of the stretch. Staying. Deeply breathing. Relaxing the zone of the stretch. Now give some base in your hands, forearms. You start to close your feet first to the inner side, and then pressing away with the hands and arms, you softly closing your knees to the middle line. Good job. And we want to turn around and move to the heart opening pose, supportive fish pose. You might bring the blocks into the T shape on the ground. Also modification when you bring one block like a diagonal line on the first one, and then we want to bring the space between the shoulder blades on the first block. Checking how do you feel with the back today, and your head on the second block, or maybe you like I'm holding this pose, to let your neck and head to hand down. I will open my knees now on the sides to keep this froggy pose still a little bit, and depends on the intensity that you want to experience today. You may open your arms on the sides, or maybe a little bit deeper by diagonal line, or for more intensity, bring in your arms and hands above the head, melting into this wonderful pose, staying still. Then if you are holding your legs also in butterfly position, you want to close them first, so ground your feet, and then you can take the blocks aside, bringing your back completely on the ground first. And then from here we will move to supportive bridge pose. So more focus on the low part of the back. You want to lift up your hips and bring the space of the tailbone or even directly on your block. You can choose any height of your block, and up to you, maybe you're staying here with the grounded feet. Hands can be in any alignment. If you want to still work a little bit about your shoulders, you can reach out with the arms above the head and maybe straightening your legs. Bring yourself into the full bridge position. Staying still. Maybe opening arms, hands along the body. Finding yourself in this pose. Then give some base again in your feet, so ground them, bend the knees, put your block aside completely, hold back on the mat, and then softly bring yourself into the sitting position. We want to finish the session today in the folding down, but only seated. So we started from the standing position. We will finish with also one more wonderful folding down. You want just to lengthen and straight your legs in front of you, toes on you. A little bit bring yourself from the hip belly to the front, so give it some little tension here to emphasize that we want to work with the hamstrings. And then round in the back, so we don't press, we don't push. From this moment we are rounding the back, opening arms and hands on the sides. Doing some maybe small corrections, finding your edge. That is really important in Yin Yoga.
And then relive in this wonderful pose, bringing yourself softly into the laying position for Shavasana. If you do this practice in the morning, it might be the good time to bring hands on the zone of your belly, to think about your day ahead and to set the intention for your day, expressing it in just short phrase. It might be only 1, 2, or 3 words. What would you like today for yourself? What is your intention? And if you do this practice in the evening, just send some love to yourself, letting yourself to be relaxed, sinking down in Shavasana. And then we start to move with the fingers and toes, reaching out with our arms and hands above the head, bending the knees, softly rolling on any comfortable side for you. And when you feel ready, bringing yourself back on your mat in comfortable sitting position, and your hands right in front of your heart for clear and loving intentions. Thank you for joining. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, so much for doing this yin yoga full body stretch with me. I hope you feel relaxed and you feel that you open your body in really soft approach, but very effective approach. If you do it in the morning, have a nice day. If you do it in the evening, have a nice sleep. I see you on the mat. See you next time.